It has begun. Football season 2. There's my little dude. Look at him. Oh, nice crab lie. Boom. All he wants to do is be a pro football. But another thing this means is, man, I've been doing this vlog for a year. Because I remember a year ago, football season, recording a bunch of my vlogs here in this car. Sorry I missed February. No post in February, but I did 5 in January, so I more than made up for it. Not a ton on the news front to report. Premise is about to lock its edit. We got it rejected from Sundance, which I've said, from South by Southwest. I don't remember if I've said that, and from Tribeca. So those were the first 3, and we were hanging our hat in one of those 3. So it is something to absorb and process and to grieve, that you don't get into the festivals you really are hoping for and really are, you know, working towards. I try, I've said this before, to really temper hope. You can't help but hope, but you want to have realistic expectations. So I believe I'm okay emotionally is what I'm trying to say, because I was hoping, but I don't know that I fully expected it, because it's hard to get into any festival. On to the next one. You know, Cannes is coming up. We'll hear about Cannes in the next month. Part of this is really trying to land, you know, a really meaningful premiere to help you position your film in a certain way, to sell your film in a certain way. And this is all part of the learning process for me. And hoping I can do things with Premise that I wasn't able to do with Fair. So I'll keep you posted on that journey, and look forward to fully processing it in more candid ways in the future. I've spent the last 2 months working on just a commercial project here in town, and had a lot of creative freedom, but we also were on a really rushed timeline, and I'm about to deliver it. And I'm dealing with that process of just not being happy with the finished product, really because of just, honestly, you know, because of the crunch timeline, having to settle on a script and an idea that I just really wanted a lot more time with. I really wanted time to come up with something a lot more interesting, a lot more creative, and I could have gotten there. We just didn't have the time, so I had to sort of make some decisions, and proud of what we did, and I definitely did right by the client, and they're excited, but I'm just disappointed. And I know a lot of you makers and creators can relate. Really, you know, there's the projects that exceed our expectations, and the ones that it's just like, this isn't what I hoped it would be or what I could have been. It wasn't for lack of just talent. We had amazing talent all across the board, but just time, and time to really let an idea grow and develop and be ready to be then created. We didn't have that, so I'm dealing with that, just processing that, but excited about that I get to do this for a living, get the chance to kind of come up with ideas and execute them. And it's not about being perfect on every project. It's about a body of work. It's about a lot of things. It's about getting to do it over and over. You know, the creative process is unpredictable. Chaos and order. I've been reading a psychology book that I've been really blowing my mind, really getting a lot out of. And it really talks about chaos and order as the foundational sort of pillars of our life and consciousness, you know, yin and yang. And consciousness actually is sort of the dance between the two. Life is both. A life of all order is prison, like literally, enslavement. All order, no change, no chaos. And all chaos is just war, madness. Life is both. Life is the dance between both. And our ability to navigate order and chaos is what makes us grow and mature. And our life is order within chaos, within order within chaos. Order and chaos within our day, within our year, within our month, within our family, within our town, within our country, within our world. All different levels. And the artistic endeavor, the artistic process is an exercise in order and chaos. We have the order of our form, of our mediums, film, the order of medium, And then chaos is the creative impulse, is the endeavor to create, to take an idea and through order, the order of the art form, the order of the medium, produce something new and amazing. Life, consciousness is the dance between order and chaos. In the same book, it really also talks about sort of the way we understand life and meaning. Talks about this, the scientific method to life is really like the approach to understanding is a relatively new way to look at the world. And there was cultures, there was times before that where life was understood on a more narrative and metaphorical paradigm. And now we're in an era where we have both. And if science is concerned with empirical evidence how something is, then fields like philosophy are concerned with why something is. But it's the difference of what is it, science, but then what does it mean? Philosophy, I guess. But before there was a scientific approach, life, meaning, evidence, trees, earth, sun, moon, was only understood in the context of what it meant. And so oral traditions, narratives, stories, poetries evolved that were much more than entertainment, much more than stories, but they were actually foundation to societies of why things were the way they were, what life meant. You look at the Bible and the ancient stories and myths and poetries that is throughout the Old Testament, because that is how a society built its foundation for truth, by using grand stories like Job or a similar counterpart, the Iliad, the Odyssey. Those weren't just nice books and poems that Homer and Virgil wrote. They were communications of meaning, meanings to life. My point is, what we're doing as filmmakers, as storytellers, as creators, is not just about fun or entertaining. It is about grasping a reality of life, truth, and communicating life and truth. The study of science is the study of how, but the why, the meaning of it, is what art is for. We are only able to find meaning in this crazy life through story, through metaphor, through oral tradition, through conversation, through narrative, through art. So keep making art, keep telling the story of life, what it all means. Not sure what it all means, but I'm enjoying the mystery and trying to figure it out and processing the meaning through my films, my work, my projects. It's important work.